Seems like we got a little funny here happening. There we
We
go.
good.
There we go. That's it, buddy.
We good to go.
Family. We here again. Another week.
Another one.
Soccer, football, basketball. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We ready. We live. How was the week, my brother?
Not too bad, man. I can't complain. Just
All
feeling a
hard
little,
work.
a little tired from all the hard work, as you put it, over the past week. But you know,
Mm-hmm.
was late for a little bit of hard work, so we
Yes,
move.
sir. Yes, sir. I hear
All things with
that.
you, Hans.
Yeah. Everything cool, man. Can't complain as usual. Won't complain either. So, you know, giving thanks for life always. Like you said, well, like I hinted at, because I'm pretty sure you had a similar week to mine with all the hard work, a lot
Yeah,
of
man.
behind the scenes stuff we trying to get done for the channel, and outside of that, you know, our own professions and what's not. So yeah, it's been a trying week, but we can get there. We can definitely get
Oh,
there
for
for
sure,
sure.
for sure.
So welcome to the stream, people. I ain't forget y'all. Hope you're all doing good. Hope everybody airy today. Um, we're here to talk basketball as usual, and I hope you are ready for today's topics. We got a good lineup for you guys, a good recap from last week. A lot of stuff happened last week, a lot of surprises, not so much surprises, and you know, the regular, the usual. We can get into all of it in today's show, in today's stream. So let me dive right into it. Oh, before we go, you already know what to
Hmm.
do if you're in the stream. Share the thing, hit the like button, and let me hit the ground running, peoples. Last week, we had some winners, we had some losers. And basically, I would say Sacramento will probably be at the top of that list.
Oh, for sure.
Um, the Aaron Fox came back in and immediately made a big impact. Got the dub that night, and they just hit the ground running. So they're playing extremely good basketball at this point. Very efficient on the court. So any any highlights for you over the past week on Sacramento Kings?
Of course. I just thought that going out, well, losing the Aaron Fox early in the season, would have been a big impact for them. Taking some losses from the time he steps off the court, but they did take two losses, but they were able to string together to go 500 for the time that he was out, which was pretty good. I would say it's a bonus.
Yeah.
Really stepped up and put the team on his shoulders a little bit over that period, and it has some other key contributors like Kevin Herter and Malik Monk. Some of the other guys came in and really stepped up in De'Aaron Fox's absence. They were able to weather the storm for a little bit, and then Fox came back and right though they're on a 6 game winning streak. Two from the time that he was out, four since he came back.
Yep.
So right now they have a pretty high winning percentage with the Aaron Fox on the court. So this guy is just taking another leap, in my opinion. I, I just don't think there's anybody that could really guard him right now. The tree ball is looking nice, and I can say that's one of the knocks for the Aaron Fox. If we look back at some of his weaknesses in prior seasons, not being able to shoot the tree ball well, he's doing a great job at that over the past. Well, to start the season, I should say. So he's really right now a legit tree level threat. Nobody could stop that floater from going at all. Is an automatic every
No,
time he get in the
too
lane.
smooth.
It's so ridiculous. And
Butter, peanut butter.
so so if we get a little bit nerdy, a little bit, everybody knows the prime coverage in the NBA is drop coverage. So you got the big man kind of backpedaling to the rim and creating some mid range space for what they call a bad shot or not a high percentage shot. The thing about it is when you got De'Aaron Fox on your team and you giving that look all night long, he can't miss that floater. So uh,
Go milk
late in
it.
games, we just see De'Aaron Fox take over and just get to that floater and just as you say, milk it all the way to the end. So really a lethal weapon for him. I think I know I predicted Anthony Edwards might have won clutch player of the year this year, but from what we've seen from De'Aaron Fox last year coming into this year, like watching him in these close games, those close games last year against the Warriors, like he's a menace when it comes to crunch time. Nobody
Yep.
at all could really stop him. Truthfully, he's too fast. I watched the play. He played against who they played. They played somebody on Friday. I think it was an in-season tournament against them. They played San Antonio. I can't remember who it was. But
Mhm.
man, like these guys were playing decent defense, like covering him, but the man was just too fast. Like, they were against the spot. He was just beating them. But hey, something different. He had to say he's taking another lead, and right now he FD Sacramento Kings keep this up, he would definitely be in MVP discussion this year for sure. And now in our top three.
Hey, everybody filling up this MVP discussion week
Yeah,
after week.
for real,
You
for
gotta be
real.
careful your predictions, but
I
I
mean,
not
I said
forgetting. I
discussion.
said I
I
gotta
said
be clear.
discussion. Discussion is
Discussion,
always
that's
there.
fair. Well, I know that they have to play Minnesota Nets in the in season tournament, so
Yeah,
that would be pretty
that's a
interesting
good. Yep.
to see. So yeah,
And
having
both
Ant
teams are 2 and
up
0, so
against
mhm.
yeah, for sure.
So
Having
that's
Ant
gonna be
up
tight.
against the
Mhm.
Aaron would be nice.
Yeah.
So for sure, that's one game that I gotta tune into for sure. Like I
Mhm.
don't want to miss that game. Fingers
Mhm.
crossed.
But
Hopefully, you know.
just last week we were talking about injury luck. Or before we were talking about injury luck and the Sacramento Kings. Uh, so I could also say it's good to see that they showed a little bit of resilience without their key player out overall. So I presume it's something that we could see going forward because we know that this year is not going to be as lucky for them when it comes to the injury side. I I don't think that's
Mhm.
sustainable, but if you could get your guys playing well while your key players will get guys to step up, that's something that should be more sustainable and lead to more success in the long run. So maybe we might see another leap from the Kings this year. Who knows? I highly doubt it, to be honest. They got so much competition
You
in the
already
West. We
know
look at the
it,
standings.
because
We look at the standings right now. Things are a little tough, but I
yeah,
think the Kings do have a solid team, so we see how it goes. And how they look, especially on the defensive end, where they are not as highly touted.
if you're predicting a leap from the Kings, bro, I think that this team dangerous in the West, yo.
Mm.
I don't even think that this. Yes, it's tough, but hey, if you're expecting a leap from where they are
But
now,
De'Aaron,
then
the thing that puts him over the top is De'Aaron Fox, and right now he is on the trajectory to eclipse what he did last year by a
yeah,
large margin. I mean, he's leading the league in points scored right now, but he only played about 6 games. So in total,
right.
he only played about half the games that were available. So you could take that with a grain of salt. But
With a
at this
grain of
present moment,
salt,
to some extent, because
bruv.
over the course of the season, I don't know if he's going to average 32 points a game. Like maybe
No,
like
but
28,
no,
27, maybe.
he only played half the games, right? Some of these other players play all the games.
Right, averaging
And
32 and 31. So
fam, nah, he on a level, and I hope that it continues, because that means everybody else in the league around him got to step up if they want to put up numbers as well. So yes,
I think
I
Dior
welcome
can
it, and I
can
feel like
level out.
you think so. Well,
I think he will.
only to tell, and I really hope that, like, I was gonna say that this in season tournament
Mhm.
really stepped up the games in the early rounds of this season. Like you
Yeah, for
hinted
sure.
at previously, like all the teams playing at a pretty high level right now. And I guess it's because you can't really ramp up and down that effectively between in season tournament games and your normal regular season games.
Right.
You gotta maintain a certain level, and you basically gotta, I guess, play efficiently at that level in order to do well in the in season tournament and do well in the league as well. So you can't really choose on which night you can decide to, I guess,
Take
wait,
some
what
time
you
off.
call it, like cut back, yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
cut back on some performance or something.
Mhm.
You really gotta play ball right through. So I think
24/7,
that,
yeah.
yeah, this is a good initiative. So looking forward to see what happens later on.
Mhm.
Um, on the losing end, we got um a team that might be dying. I don't know. You can tell me maybe, but before we get to that, we gotta talk about the chokehold.
Yeah,
Um,
we a
it
little late
happened
upon it,
pretty
but
early.
yeah,
Yeah,
last week
like
doesn't
it
think I
happened
hear
pretty
many
early
things
after
happen.
the stream.
Yeah, so as
I
we
feel
that's
like that was
Tuesday,
probably
it
the
was
same
Tuesday.
night or something. Yeah, Tuesday.
It
So
was a
see,
Tuesday
like it
night.
was so close. I feel like it was the same night.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah,
So, yeah, I hear many
again,
things happen so
y-
early in the week.
yeah. I actually hate that this had to happen at all, but you
True,
know,
there's that as
it
well.
is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, everybody by this point know about the whole Draymond Green. I want to hear your thoughts on the whole situation. Like just looking at it from a outside perspective.
Um, I can't look at it from the inside, but as an NBA fan, I just think like it it's just sickening. Draymond just quite sickening to be honest. Uh, at some point, dog, we get that you gotta be the tough guy for the team. We get that that's your role that you are toted um to be playing for the Warriors. But not like that, dog. Not like that. Like, come on, man. We all look at it and then like it's to the point where even all the way down through the Warriors organization for the most part are the people that are the representative figures of the Warriors organization even coming out and trying to defend the actions that he has. Like it borderline delusional to me because I don't know. You could see this guy just doing things that are on call for on a nightly basis. I mean, it's part of the reason why you guys win at the end of the day. If we go down to things as simple as just setting a bunch of illegal screens, like if they could
Yeah.
take that, then they're willing to take any of this other stuff from Draymond, to be honest. But it's disgusting to see that this is the organization that we would consider to be one of the best in the league, and just continue to put up with Draymond stuff, and to the point of coming to his defense in an undefensible situation. In my opinion, I don't
Mhm.
see any way you could defend Draymond in that specific instance outside of the fact that you could say, yeah, well, Rudy Gobert put your hands on your teammate. I kind of get the angle of that. I get it, but that don't automatically result you putting your man in a chokehold for like 10 seconds. Like what? Even your own teammates coming to try to get you off the man because it's like this absolutely unnecessary. I see Steph in the moment just
Yeah.
shaking his head. I mean, it might not have been at Draymond, but it should be at Draymond. He's the
Mhm.
one coach coming out off the bench to try to get his Rudy Gobert out of trouble. Like, come on. Like, I know it's a personal thing between you and Rudy Gobert because of the defensive player of the year stuff. You laughing at Rudy for crying for not making the All Star team. He calling you insecure for punching Jordan Poole in practice. Like,
Yeah.
I know when they got one a little beef, but you really took
It
that as the
seems like that
opportunity
was
to
a
show
prime
out.
opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on. To me, that made he look like the weaker person 100 times over, 100 times over. And Rudy
Mhm.
Gobert said it. Um, after the game, saying that I, I mean, kind of poking at Draymond, which he should be because it was
Yeah.
stupid. Um, just saying that coming out of that situation was good to be the bigger man because that was a small man move for Draymond, and it's not the first time we seen him done something like that. I totally agree with the suspension that he got is a lot of money. I don't know. He don't like money because he lose a lot of money over the years, missing games, being suspended and stuff like that. Like it's almost a million
He
dollars
got
that
it.
he losing out on. I mean, yeah, but still, even if we're making $20 million a year, $25 million a year, like
Yeah.
for something, I lose not on $1 million because I can, behave myself or want to be the tough guy. Like, do better,
Yeah.
big man. Like, do just do better. On call for, truthfully.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I
it was
guess
fun.
that's
Nonetheless,
the
it was fun to see the
it was
competition. It was fun to see the competition at the end of the day. This guy's mucking it up. Clay really started the whole situation with Jaden. Glad to see Jaden saying, "Nah, I ain't taking that. Not taking that from you at all."
Clay's an instigator at
Yeah,
times
Clay.
though.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
no. Funny enough, I don't find Clay to be an instigator most of the time. Clay just talk a lot, not a lot of action stuff. But I, a lot of the reporters and the players said that they felt like the Warriors came. They were getting beat pretty handily in the game prior they played the Timberwolves Sunday.
Yeah.
Got beat pretty good. And I just felt like they wanted to take it personal and make it a little bit more physical, and that's how the
Mhm.
intensity started at the beginning. Again, nobody in score and men fighting. So it's fun to see
Visible
the competition.
twice.
Yeah, it's funny to see the
Yep.
competition because it was an in-season tournament game as well. You had two or
Yeah.
three other scuffles in the other games on the night too. So like it was kind of like fight night in the NBA last week Tuesday with guys,
That's
getting up in
true.
each other's face. But
Yeah.
if there's a competition, Draymond got to take it to the extreme. So he had to put himself on the map with something crazy. But that's
Yeah.
pretty much my takeaway from it. Bad to see how it ended up. Glad for the competition though. So double-edged sword at the same time, but
Yeah. I mean,
interesting.
it is what it is, really.
Yeah, interesting fall of events.
The only thing I have to say is that that's not how you part a fight.
Exactly. That's my whole
So
thing. You could
that
you could
can't be
not
your
choke out a man
argument.
and part of fight. Like, come on,
That was
come on.
definitely not your initial intention to
Exactly.
part a fight. Because if you're parting a fight, you getting in between people and you trying to keep people at arm's length away. That's
The
how
man
you,
turned
I guess, part a fight generally. But he
the
was like,
man
nope, my time.
the
My
man
time.
turned basketball into UFC. I immediately one time. And that's the man got it
Hey,
locked into, The man just got it. The man got it locked in with both arms. Like, come on. Come
yep.
on.
Am I
Do
trying to
better
take
than that,
Rudy to the
Draymond.
ground with it? Yeah.
Like,
He was trying to get Rudy to submit. It's
yeah,
true.
literally.
But I guess with that, I guess after that things start to get a little bit ugly for the Warriors in terms of their performance.
Mhm.
Started to lose a lot of games.
Yep.
Steph was out that game and another game as well, and obviously Clay's not performing. Like I mentioned this last time,
Mhm.
Clay wasn't looking great, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not worried about Clay, blah blah blah."
I'm
But
not worried about this stuff.
for, bro, ain't happening, ain't happening. And I guess we could use these 2 points and try to comment on if we think this is the end of the dynasty that the Warriors have created thus far. Do you think this is the end of the road for this particular team, or you still think they got some stuff in the tank? I mean, the players are getting older, and the pace of basketball is getting faster. It seems like. So, what are your thoughts on that?
As a wise man said, all good things must come to an end.
It's
All
true.
good things must come to an end. So yes, we might be seeing the beginnings of the end for the Warriors dynasty. But on the
Mhm.
contrary, Steph Curry and look better than Steph Curry look sensational. If you ask me, look
It's
even
still
better
Steph.
than yeah, look even better than
Yeah.
some of his prior seasons. There's that as well.
Mhm.
So they still got some gas left in the tank. I would say. I don't know if it would put them in the conversation to be like a favorites for the championship or anything like that, given how the season's going at the moment. But
Right.
the year that they won it, that's 2022, the championship before this last one. Yeah, 20, let me call it 2022 championship.
Mhm.
I just normally was seeing the Warriors winning it, but somehow they found a way to do it. Um, so I can't really take them out of the conversation. I think the dynasty is ending, but they still got a low fight left in them. Um, I would give them maybe conference finals at max. But right now, how the team is looking, that is
Not
a
even.
tough thing to see, really and truly. And Steph can't
Not
carry the
even.
load. If Steph carries to carry the load the whole season, then what is he going to have left to carry it in the postseason? That's my
Yeah,
vision on
to
it right now,
defend.
and
Yeah.
it's going to be tough. The West is brutal, absolutely brutal. So you
That's what I'm
have
saying. The
very little
competition
margin for
is
error. Yeah,
so high.
very
So
little margin.
high. You got a young, hungry Sacramento's team that
Mm-hmm.
hitting on all cylinders. Um,
You got the feature team for tonight,
Lakers named it.
OKC.
Yeah, that team too. Another super young team
Exactly. You
trying
got the
to make
Timberwolves.
things happen, playing some good ball. Timberwolves, you got the reigning
You got the
champions.
Nuggets. Exactly. You got the champions in the group. The Lakers playing some
Hey,
okay basketball.
s-
LeBron James backpacking right now, pulling a Steph Curry, but actually getting wins out of it. Uh,
yeah,
it's tough in the
but you
West.
it's going to be hard, very
Mhm.
difficult to do that. And I would say if Clay don't get into to rhythm soon, their offense is going to be super low because, like we've discussed, Andrew Wiggins is up and down.
But
Even
he had a
in
good
one
game the other
game,
day.
like he's usually up and down player. So that's not a performance that you could count on per
Yeah,
se.
his or
And
miss.
Steph really need our support on
Mhm.
the offensive end of the field. And if if Draymond can be a loose cannon for being on and off the court this season from all these incidences, then I don't know. I don't know how the Warriors going to manage it. So
Well,
we'll
and
see.
they really need
As
him on
always.
defense. We talked about it last week. Warriors just getting pumped by bigger teams. Right now, small ball is dying, and
Yeah.
a lot of big teams are in the West. And I told you that the only superpower that the small ball has against the big teams is 3-point shooting. And as you say, Clay is not shooting well. I mean, Steph doing what he can, but all the other players around Steph are struggling from the outside, and their defense is
Yes,
not going
sir.
to be that good once the Draymond is not there on the interior. So right now, that's how they're losing a lot of the games. So uh, I guess they're probably waiting on Draymond's triumphant return to really get back in the fray, especially
Mhm.
defensively. Uh, well, I say triumphant, but not so triumphant, just being kind of sarcastic here. But uh,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, yeah, they got a lot of work to put into kind of dig themselves out of this 6 game losing streak. Actually, I mean, if you have as bad teams as Detroit and the Spurs and the Hornets and the Wizards, the worst probably to look the worst team in the league at the moment. But those guys topping that losing streak with an 8 game losing streak, 11 game losing streak. Yeah, the bottom of the league is
Wild
absolute
things.
garbage.
Yeah. Well, speaking of losers, I guess, or you can tell me which side of the fence this one falls on.
Mhm.
Before we've been talking about Zach needing to find a place, but um, we got LaMelo. Yes, I know, like he's the Hornets guy. Yes, but what do you think first on him finding a place? I know Hornets wouldn't have a face per se, but what are your thoughts on him finding a place? But before we get into that, kind of just talk about how this guy is, like his talent
Mhm.
outshines the team every, well, I shouldn't say every single time, but like most of the time.
Yeah,
Anytime you talk about Hornets being triumphant in any way, you know LaMelo probably at the center of it.
yeah, for
Right
sure.
now he averaging 31 points a game, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Like he putting in the work. So
Mhm. Yeah,
talk to me about that.
yeah, he just on a hot streak over the last 7 games, really and truly. Uh, just showing the talent that he has, and we know that he should have coming into the league. What has really impressed me about Lamelo is this man 3-point shooting just kind of out of this world. Coming into the league, it was just like he and his brother Lonzo, both of them had some
Mhm.
weird shooting form, and Lonzo found his way to work his way up to he was able to correct his to a point where he was actually really good. But
Yeah.
Lamelo never changed anything about it, and still has a weird shooting form in my opinion. Not ideal whatsoever, but this guy just be bombing from deep. I'm
Hey,
pretty
what
sure
is
on this stretch
ideal, bro?
he's like shooting four making 4 threes a game, like on that Luca slash Curry type caliber 3-point shooting over the beginning of the season. But I mean, what's scary is that he making them regardless of how it looks. He's making them at the end of the day on a lot of shot attempts and a lot of mix and a high percentage. He's shooting about 43% on 3 pointers over the past 7 games. So
Yeah.
we know the talent is there. It's just I don't know what it will take for Lamelo to get solid pieces around him for him to start winning. A lot of that team promise got broken up from all the off the court stuff. Miles Bridges with his off the court stuff. There's a guy
Mhm.
named Kai Jones. He got dropped from the team because of some, I guess, I would consider off the court stuff related to the team, but off the court stuff. James Butler, it was a pick from last year, off the court stuff with issues. I think Terry Rozier is injured or something like that, but they're just dealing with a lot of adversity. I forget Gordon Hayward actually exists. He's on our team, plugging away with LaMelo. I can say the only decent um, player that I would consider next to him anyway. But he's also getting old as well. Uh, so it's tough to see how they will come out of this point and actually get some decent talent for LaMelo's contributions to not go, you know, unnoticed or not be impactful. Uh, but God, I admit the managers hooping right now, regardless of the fact that they only win one of the last 7 games. regardless of
That's the thing. You
I
still need
just
the pieces.
a winner individually, but a loser team wide. Ultimately, is a team sport. You want to win, but I can't deny the man's talent and his bucket getting ability and his assist making because he's averaging 8 assists on this, even though he doesn't have the best
Yep.
teammates. So imagine a team now with some decent teammates. How
Yep.
LaMelo could be. He might not score as much points, but maybe he'll be on in Chris Paul, Steve Nash territory, Halliburton territory, 15 assists a game, 14 assists over a stretch. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That type of
Well,
stuff. So
we always look at the assist numbers, but we don't ever factoring um the shooters
that take
percentage.
it
So
up.
like,
Yeah.
let's say you got Chris Paul averaging 15 assists, right? But he got better shooters on his team
Yeah.
than LaMelo has. I think LaMelo probably gives the ball as much to the team as CP does, but because the percentage shooting from his assist stories isn't as great, right?
Yeah. It's simple
So
as that. But like,
yeah,
I think there may be a start that counts potential assists, but I mean, I don't know what's the phrasing for it, but there is some type of weird stat like that counts. I don't know what it is, but I mean, at the
mhm,
end of the day, it's still not assist. So you gotta get the better teammates to get the credit. And I
that's
say it's
true.
still impressive that he's pretty much in like the top 10 in the league in assists at the end of the day, regardless of not having any better quality teammates. Still, so
Correct. And he's
there's
active
so
at the
much.
rim as well.
Yeah,
So
I don't.
playing
If
his
it was,
heart out.
I hope the Hornets could find a way, or LaMelo might decide that he doesn't want to keep losing and finds a team wants to get traded. Maybe that might happen in the future,
Which
but
team though?
this extremely premature because there's some teams that like this for a few years and then maybe in 2026 you see
Break out.
LaMelo actually, getting some players around him and developing. So he might
Mhm.
just need to be a little bit patient. I could see like SG is a good example of a guy that we know had the talent but was losing a lot uh in the early phases of the Thunder's raise. So right now we're seeing it pay off a little
Yeah.
bit premature as well, but it's paying off a little bit now. He actually has a decent team around him that he could go and stack up some wins. So the same
Mhm.
trajectory might happen for LaMelo. He might need it to take a little bit longer, but um, still got to showcase his talent and still impressive what he's doing, even though the team is not having as much success.
How long does he have to wait though before he makes a decision? Like, what would be the factor in saying, "Hey, okay, I've given you guys enough time to put everything together. It hasn't happened. I think it's time for me to move on."
I just say the biggest factor is his tolerance. Some people could tolerate that and be bought into the
Mhm.
vision if there is a vision, but me, I don't know. That's all up to him. That's a tough one to call. I can't make an assumption on his mindset or what the organization is telling him or anything like that. But
Make it on yours. Let's say you're being promised a solid team. You got picks coming up in the coming drafts and what's not, and you're being promised a team that will help support you to get the team to the next level. And next year comes, you got the picks, but the organization didn't make the right moves, and you back at square one. Nothing's happening, and this happens, let's say, for like 2 more years. Like, would you pull the trigger then and be like, okay, like we found the opportunities, we didn't see any effect as it pertains to the vision.
I can understand what you're trying to get out of me, but it's so hard. It's so hard because you got guys that going to be on the
Yeah,
team for the money, and you got guys that going to be on the team for the glory. I guess for lack of a better word. Um,
right.
if he's in it for the money, he's just going to stay with the team because they can be able to pay him a lot of money because really and truly there ain't nobody else to pay to.
Pay me to
And
stay, I guess.
exactly, exactly. And
Yeah.
most guys, I mean, he did get a bike already. I think he was already signed on a long term contract, kind of similar to like Halliburton. If I can remember correctly, but
Mhm.
maybe after this contract is up in a couple of years, 4 years or so, he might and there's still nothing coming out to it. He might hit the market and be a free agent and see where it
Right.
goes from there. If he really, really wants to get the winning on him, if he really wants to bike, he'll probably stay. So I think it's just up to whether he wants the money or whether he wants to win. I can't really tell was LaMelo's you know identity in that
Yeah.
regard at the moment. Truthfully speaking,
Mhm.
I actually don't hear him speaking much in the media or a lot of media places saying much
But
about him to be honest. So
yeah, yeah.
it's
I mean,
difficult for me to tell.
there's not a lot to talk about. I mean,
Yeah,
if
but I'd
everyone
hope
was
that he'd
the
want to
same,
win.
oh, that's true.
I'd hope that he'd want to win because they like to see him on a decent team. That's just my hope for him.
Yeah. To see him being competitive and it
Yes.
being paid off in
Yeah.
the right ways.
Hmm.
Um, because even hitting these numbers, I don't think he will be in the question for MVP
No.
because they're not getting the results.
Yeah, the most he can make is an
So
all-star team, and he
there's
might
no
be an all-star.
value.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's no value, even though it's that's weird, you know. You wouldn't even get, I guess, noticed for being the MVP, even though you're super valuable to your own team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because of the results,
Yeah.
you're not getting
Exactly.
value in that sense. So
So yeah, but the
that's what
results
it
will
is.
value will question the value. Then you get what I'm saying. So if you're so valuable, then
That's
why
true, but
you know?
imagine if if he wasn't putting up these points, then you might need
I mean,
to.
they're still losing at the end of the day, so they might not matter if you put the
Yeah,
points. So
that's true. That's true.
mhm.
Um, Miami Heat. Which side of the fence these guys will be on? Winner or loser?
Both winner because they went on a crazy 7 game winning streak. You know, we had a conversation about it when they were looking down and out with a 1-4 start to the season, and it was like, you
Yeah.
know, the Miami Heat always find a way to do the impossible. I guess you could say. They got a big long mantra on there. City Edition core, like the hardest working, uh, the fittest, the I guess the most healthy eating. I don't know what else. What the foolish is the company bottom of the court.
Yeah.
Um, they live by and find a way to tough it out and come up with the wins. And they went on that 7 game winning streak. The phenomenal. Bam Adebayo to me was playing like an all star slash all NBA caliber player, both on defense and on offense. He was looking more aggressive on the offensive end specifically. I really enjoy seeing it because you know that's somebody the great on the Heat. You know, not having as much offensive production as they need, and he really stepped up. Jimmy Butler was looking a lot more aggressive over the past few games or so. The past few games to me,
Yeah.
scoring above 20. I mean, that's not really his game in the regular season, but sometimes Jimmy, you need to step up, bro, and not be taking such a day about approach to the regular season. Um,
Yeah.
but good to see them. I would call them a loser because they lose to the Bulls. So I see the I went on ESPN. I only see the score 22-1. I see it, typical Bulls. This sound like a Bulls blowout. You believe after leading 22-1 in the first quarter, the Heat come and lose that against the Bulls? Like seriously? One of the teams that we talking about in every show basically saying get Zach Levine
Yeah.
or trade Zach Levine. Let me see who could get Zach Levine. Maybe the Grizzlies, maybe somebody else. Maybe the same Heat.
Maybe the Heat.
And these men lose to the Bulls. So that is a big L to them. It's not their winning streak as well.
Yeah.
I
That's the
don't know if
worst
it,
way to lose a winning
yeah,
streak, though.
to the
Like to a
Bulls right
team
now.
you don't
Yeah,
even expect to beat you at all.
like come
That's
on,
mad.
and you were dominating him in the first half of the game, so
Yeah, 20 points up.
even compounding the issues. So winners in finding themselves a little bit, uh,
Mhm.
with the exception of the Bulls game, and losers in just losing that Bulls game in the first place. Like, come on, man, come on.
Yeah, but I mean, Jimmy's been looking stronger recently,
Yeah,
so hopefully, we
that keeps
can.
up.
Yeah, hopefully. But hey,
Hopefully,
this is the Heat we talking about anyway. So a super up and down team as it is. So it is what it is. But one of the highlights of the show, if you can pull this up for the fans to see, Russell Westbrook trying to turn on the Jets again. I think I think he trying to dust the cobwebs off the shoes that had the Jets on them, but he went for it against
it
Dylan
was
Brooks, and it was atrocious looking. I ain't gonna lie,
man.
he wasn't even
Westbrook game,
close.
oh man. But
He got the bottom of the net, like
Westbrook
he was
train.
not
I can
close.
say at least. If there's one thing that you can say about Westbrook is that he trades.
Yeah,
At the end of the
well,
day, yeah. Sorry, we got a
yes,
little.
a little
Mix it
whammy
here.
here.
Yeah,
There we go.
it's still kind of out of shape here. What's going on? Alright, just a second. Here we go. So the this play from Westbrook, the Brett's cloning him after it, pretty much saying he ain't got no hearts. He ain't got no hearts whatsoever. But you gotta look at if you really look at it, terrible. If you look at it though, he kind of take off from a while. But I know he saw Dylan Brooks there and say, "Yo, I can try to put
Yeah,
Dylan Brooks on the poster because this man always yapping. This man always
that's true.
yapping."
Yep.
But a crazy
Look
photo
how.
did come out of it. The man put his hand in his face. I don't know if you get to see a photo that was circulating on the internet about it,
Mhm.
but he really. Oh boy, yeah, this is a shot in the fool. You ever watch anything from Shot in the Fool with the guys that got all the bloopers from the game? Shot in the
Yeah,
Fool moment from Westbrook, to be
this
honest.
this was definitely one. Yep,
Yeah.
definitely one. But I mean, like you said, man's got heart, man playing hard and trying to get the results. So
Yeah,
I mean, you can't knock a man for trying, but at the same
it's true.
time, you know, you gotta make fun of things when it like this.
It's true.
You can't let these things go unnoticed. But
But shout out
yeah,
to
I
Westbrook.
think
Shout out to the Clippers before we get anywhere. The
yeah. Go ahead.
Clippers ended up winning that game, to be honest, on some hard and
Mhm.
heroics. And shout out to the Clippers, man. They find a little groove there. Shout out to Westbrook
Mhm.
specifically, being the bigger man, saying, "Yo, I can take a seat for the team."
Yep.
So it's good to see that, and immediately it paid off. The the Clippers come up with a win.
Yep.
So I
What
think
do you
that was an
think
in-season
about
tournament game though, as well. So
yeah? What do you think? What do you think about their progress after adding James Harden to the team thus
they
far?
got still
Yes,
got ways to
they've made
go.
a bit of ground, but yeah,
Mhm.
okay,
Still got ways
agreed.
to go. Uh, but as I say, Westbrook taking the initiative. I don't know if it was initiative. That was speculated, as was circulating. Don't know if it's true, but
Hmm.
taking a step back to say, all right, let me go on the bench. Let these guys, create some room on the floor. Maybe find a role on the bench unit, which is what he was doing with the Lakers, and which is what he came with the Clippers and started doing as well. So I think is big of him to really say, all right, let me take one for the team,
Yeah,
and be a good teammate. Yeah, but James Harden, I don't know. They got a lot to figure out. They don't got much time to figure out, in my opinion. But uh, we'll see over this week. I say this week should be telling a how much progress they're making. I don't know all the
mhm.
matchups that they have for this week. I don't know if it's any any difficult matchups, but um, yeah, they got some ways to go. They got some ways. Yeah, they got Spurs twice this week actually, so they should be able to get some wins off of that.
Yeah,
Got
some
Pelicans, and
easy
then they hit.
wins.
They got good tests coming from this weekend. They got Dallas on Saturday, Denver Monday, Sacramento Wednesday. That's a pretty good. And they got the Pelicans this Friday. So from Friday to Wednesday next week will be telling
Mhm.
for the Clippers
Tough
and
week.
how far they've come. Yeah, a tough week ahead.
Yeah, for sure. So
Minus
that's
Spurs.
definitely something that we can revisit to see
Hmm.
how they fear the weather and
Hmm.
see how I guess they might be able to better their offensive and defensive um percentage
Yeah,
as it relates to the league on a whole. So
yeah.
yeah, we'll definitely be looking forward to that. Speaking of Phoenix though, um after Booker came back from that injury that he was kind of nursing, um they've been looking a whole lot better as expected. Um Booker, the cooker, once he on the court, it's buckets,
Yeah.
right? So offensive acumen definitely went up.
All the way
Um,
up, dog.
Durant got a great help in that
Hmm.
regard. So they're looking like a more, I should say, a better team.
Yeah,
With him on, still don't have Bradley Beal though.
yeah.
That's the
He's
thing.
out for the next couple of weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah. So
So it could be a while
some people
before we
have
see that big tree.
Yeah, and that's that's what we've been waiting for, right? I think we
Hmm.
saw a glimpse of it very early on, but then
Hmm.
Booker and Beal had to take some rest, and only Booker's been back out. So
Hmm.
hopefully they can continue this. I'm pretty sure it can only get bad if Durant or Booker has a lousy streak of games, but
Yeah,
once they're on, then they're going to be firing on all cylinders, and Phoenix is going to be probably top 10 as it relates to offense in the league, as
yeah.
well, at least in the West.
If the last three
And
games tell me anything, boy, they're
yeah,
averaging like 130 points over the last three games. They put a Watson on the Wolves last week, Wednesday. They played the Jazz
mhm.
twice. I mean, expect it to be a high scoring game because both of those teams ain't really play much defense. Um,
Right.
but the offensive efficiency and the offensive contributions that they're getting from the players on the bench, truthfully, is on an all time high. Devin Booker looks unguardable. I watched him in our Wolves game. I watched one of the Jazz games too, and
Mhm.
he was just getting wherever he want. To be honest, like he is one of those really, really true elite tree level scorers. From the tree,
Yeah.
bucket, mid range, bucket, at the rim,
That left side,
bucket.
especially once you see he try to like find his position on the left side, you better get close.
Right now, at this point, I think any
Get
spot on the
close.
court is Devin Booker's spot. truthfully,
Hey,
truthfully.
hey, that's locked on that left side though. That left side is his spot, boy.
Man,
When he pull up
disgusting
from there,
boy.
it's nothing. And then obviously Kevin in the mid range,
But yeah, both of them
nasty
mid
sniper in the
range,
mid range. Yeah.
disgusting. So,
So
but at the point guard really, paying off. He's really diming up teammates, being
mhm,
a good playmaker, but using his offense to be a better playmaker, really and truly, because that's what's opening up stuff for the teammates, leaving guys pretty wide open. Um,
yeah.
so shout out for Devin Booker, kind of bring, kind of giving KD some help, uh, putting the Suns in a position that they want to be. I think this team is going to be pretty potent offensively. They got to work on the defense, but not many teams could really stop both KD and Devin Booker. And I thought he was with him in one going into that game, but I think those guys were just that was right after the whole Draymond stuff. They Tuesday, so it was a back-to-back game for them.
Yeah.
So the guys are probably just out of it, and his away games as well. So there's a lot of travel, time zone change, and stuff like that. So might be a reason, but interested to see their next matchup, or I would like to see the Suns play the Magic because I think they already started. I think either the Magic or the Celtics they have a 1 or 2 defense right now in the league, top 1 or 2. So Interested to see when they match up to elite defense. What is going to happen?
they're gonna they're gonna put in work, more work. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
It
Cause
might. It might.
well,
We see.
if you don't got defense to match it, then and Magic and Celtics teams have pretty decent offense, but I say pretty decent to be modest. But once those teams get going offensively, then Suns can really have some trouble on their hand because
Yeah,
if they
because they
get in
can't guard
some
him.
exactly, and if that's happening and they're finding it tough to get through their defense as well, hey, it's going to be a long
Yeah, the
night for that
Celtics might
team
be the
for
worst
sure.
matchup in that case, then.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I heard somebody just by the way mention that Drew Holiday is the Dame Whisperer. so so
Supposedly.
definitely gotta see that matchup again later on in the season.
Yep. I
So
think it coming
that's
up soon, you
one to
know.
look out for.
We I think it coming up Wednesday. Wednesday we got any
No,
predictions, Marquee
I
matchup.
talking about later down. I talking about closer to the end of the regular season.
I mean, I trying to see it no. I trying to see it no. So Wednesday, one of the Marquee matchup predictions for the week. Wednesday at 8:30, Bucks at Celtics. We can see how much
Celtics.
Westbrook is there too.
Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, just to mention because we're talking about Celtics still hitting on all cylinders,
Yep.
winning 5 in a row. Spurs after that, I guess after that Suns wash off 2-0, they
Mhm.
haven't showed anything really to
8 losses in a row.
comment on. To be honest, um, speaking of losses, I really thought that the matchup against OKC would have been a little bit better. Like
Yeah, I
I
thought it
knew
would have been fun.
OKC
Yeah.
would have been better team overall because they have more pieces, but it was like a no show. It was like,
Mhm.
really? Why? I don't even think that
Yeah,
I finished
we
watching.
went to watch the match. It was like, listen, man, this
Yeah,
ain't the men just watching them right now, all over the floor.
yeah, exactly.
Ain't
Find
really
something else to watch. Find something more
correct.
exciting. It was a boring game. Spurs
But
was missing every single chance they had, and then OKC was just stealing, blocking,
mhm.
scoring, like doing everything they were supposed to do on the
Yeah,
court that
exactly.
night. So yeah,
But
it was that. But hey, it is what it is, you know.
hey, what better time to do a transition than no or KC
Okay, exactly. Bringing
or
the tandem,
KC
man. Huh?
the feature
Lightning and
team of the week.
everything.
Everything, man. Like, well, I don't want to start off on a Debbie Downer, but these last couple of games were against some trash teams. I ain't gonna lie. The play seeing Spurs wash them off. The
Hmm.
play the Portland Trail Blazers last night, which I must say, they was on a back to back because they played who on Saturday? They played a team on Saturday at the beat. A pretty good team. But either way, it was on a back to
Hmm.
back. Came in and handled business against the Trail Blazers last night. So those are some of the toughest games I would say to win. You know, you playing against a inferior opponent to some degree, and
Yeah.
you might give up, ease up on the gas. Nope, came in there, watch them. They beat. I think they beat. Yeah, they beat Spurs and the Trailblazers by a combined 79 points or something like that, which is absolutely insane. So
Yeah,
good
that's
to see
wild.
them punking up the bad teams. That's what good teams do.
Yeah.
So a sign of their
They
evolution.
had Warriors too, and they beat
Right.
Warriors.
They beat the Warriors. Right. The Saturday night game was a
Yeah.
game. Chet Holmgren. I tell you, that's my rookie of the year. You want to hear me?
Hey,
At all.
hey.
My rookie of the year.
Could be
I know
because
Wemby can be good.
Remy ain't got no help.
I mean, but Wemby still in learning phase. I think that all the
Mhm.
guys that, like for example, you see Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons was actually a rookie in his second year. Had a year to
Yeah.
really like sit down and soak in as much as he could soak in about the NBA game while not playing because he was injured.
Right.
So I think
Yeah.
Chet is benefiting from that right now, and I just feel like Chet is is a more poised player in terms of
Mhm.
I don't know how to explain it. His situation is a little bit different. He's on a team that has the potential to be good, so that's difference number one. And he too has a different mindset in terms of, I'm just coming here to fit in and let it come easy to me. And right now,
Right.
him fitting in the philosophy of the system is paying dividends for him right now in terms of
Right.
his performance as well. So the Sacramento Kings are onto something
123 to
special.
87. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
number two seed in the West right now, coming off
yeah.
those past couple of games. Are they on a winning streak? I think they should be on a winning streak. I don't know the exact number, but these guys are looking phenomenal. Uh, right now they have the sixth best defense, and
They're
the
on a
seventh
five
best.
game streak, it looks like.
Yeah, a 5 game winning streak.
Yeah,
Seventh,
because they
seventh
lost
best,
against Kings. Tough.
seventh best offense, sixth best
Yeah.
defense, third best net rating. I think maybe those couple of games against OKC and Portland might be skewing the net rating a little bit because they're beating us so bad. But again, that's
Mhm.
what good teams do. And this team right now is a good team. Was very impressive as well. 6-1 record away from home. Like
Yeah.
good teams win on the road. 6-1 away.
Yep.
So right now we just seeing the makings of really and truly what I think could be kind of like a deja vu moment for the OKC organization and the OKC fan base. Maybe look back to the Kevin Durant, Westbrook, James Harden years, a super young team
Yeah.
kind of overperforming or outperforming their age to some extent. And that
Yeah.
2011, 2012 team that went to the finals against the Heat, they right now they're kind of leaning in that territory. How the season is going, based record ways. It'd be interesting. I should have talked about it a little bit earlier.
Hmm.
Maybe I could do like a side by side comparison of where that team was at this point versus where this team is at
They
this
are now.
point, and see how parallel it may be. That'd be something cool to do.
That'd be
But
interesting. Yeah. Let's do that next week for sure.
yeah,
Or we can make it a post.
or that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
A nice
But
follow up post.
I don't know. This team is playing like a. I think they're the second or third youngest team and playing like a veteran team. As you said it, that you just said. You said doing what they're supposed to do. A
Correct.
lot of teams. I mean, veteran teams too sometimes don't do what they're supposed to do, but doing it on a consistent basis is what separates the good from the bad. And
Yep.
they're just been like a well-oiled machine. Everybody's sharing the ball, um, fitting in the system. I mean, Shea even though he's getting his buckets, doing it on the defensive end too. Like not seeing Warriors game, really putting the clamps on Curry and blocking a Curry 3-point shot as well. In
Yeah.
those winning moments, and in I think it was in overtime. I don't know, either overtime or before the end of regulation. Just putting some clamps on Curry for a little bit. He's doing a phenomenal job leading the team. I would say as the captain on the floor to some extent in terms of his play.
Yeah.
But really doing a phenomenal job, averaging 29, 6 and 6. Another MVP discussion type of player. MVP, you
Hey,
got a
don't
lot,
stop.
boy. You
Every
got a
week,
lot
every week, every
every
week,
week.
somebody can come up and be like, "Hey, you didn't talk about me last week, bro. I
It's
hear
true. I
today.
hear
I hear
no.
this week. Let's see who it would be, because it seems like everybody's getting a breakout week, and
Hmm.
then they kind of plateau a little bit, and there's another resurgence at some other
Yeah.
point. So
Or there's somebody
yeah,
else.
looking
But
forward to it. I don't know. Maybe Spider might get it next week.
next week maybe.
Next
Uh,
week, yeah. Speaking of
but yeah,
speaking of those Cavs looking good, but yeah,
yeah,
back to
Cavs looking all
OKC.
right. I would say all right. I feel like they could look a lot better, but back to OKC. Um, yeah, I just impressed with SG. He showed us last season that he could be an all NBA caliber player, and
Mhm.
he started out the season doing it again. That overtime against the Warriors. My goodness, he was just cooking Andrew Wiggins, cooking him in the kitchen, boy. My
As you
goodness,
should.
I'm pretty sure
Sweating.
he sure he scored at least 80% of the points from the OKC in that overtime, and it was just He was against the rim. It was just mid range bucket after mid range bucket.
That got hurt though.
Yeah,
Every time somebody just pull up on you and
yeah.
you
Pull
hear
up on you,
that got to hurt.
demoralizing to be honest. So,
Yeah.
um, this team has a lot of promise. They got a lot of good pieces around them. Uh, Jalen, shout out to Jalen Williams. So shout out to Isaiah Roby, I think his name is. I don't know if he has that name. Isaiah Joe, sorry. He is hitting from three like crazy. He had a game last week. He was 7 for 7 from deep. Um, and I like his play
Mhm.
too. He is one of those guys that move around a lot off the ball, sharing the ball well. Jalen Williams, the other Jalen Williams, um,
Josh Giddey's been
Ludor,
playing good too.
yeah, Judor. Josh Giddey's been okay, but been decent, I would say. I mean, I could say he's doing a little bit of soul searching given Chat's addition to the squad. But
Mhm.
he's fitting in, trying to fitting in somewhat nicely, I would say overall. But
Mhm.
playing his part, just a bunch of guys that know what they're doing on the court, and it's just impressive that they're so young and doing it so early. So I think their ceilings are all time high, and they could probably repeat. I'm not saying go to the finals, not saying go to the finals, but they could
Mhm.
probably go far in the playoffs with this squad. Um,
Yeah.
maybe second round or so. Early predictions, but maybe second round. So given what I'm seeing out of them so far in the season, and a lot of
I
media heads have been predicting this jump for the OKC Thunder from last season into this season. So they're spot on. They
yeah.
know the scene.
I I still think that the in-season tournament kind of catalyzed this though in a way
Oh,
because like having to play for position early on,
mhm.
like would put you at a certain level, right? So like maintaining that, knowing that you still got games to play, would get you in the rhythm easier.
Mm,
That's my whole idea behind it. Not taking away from the team being young and good and
mhm,
mature in a sense of how they're playing
mhm.
and how they're including everyone, right?
Yeah.
But I just think that this in season tournament again was such a good ad and probably help OKC find that sweet spot early on.
Mhm.
Maybe maybe earlier than it would have been in a regular season in the
Yeah.
past. I
Yeah.
I, I don't know. That's like speculation, but
Mhm.
that's what I think. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
kudos to this team for sure.
Yeah, there may be truth to it. Uh, and I can say, I mean, I continue to rave about Chat, but Chat has been one of the most efficient shooters in the league, like league way, not amongst rookies in the league.
Hmm.
54% from the field, 43% from the field, 90% from the free throw line. That's 50, 40, 90. That's like the holy grail of shooting seasons for NBA players. It's
Yeah.
only 14 games, right? Yeah, I get it.
Hmm.
But that's elite efficiency. I'm pretty sure he leading the league in
That's
true shooting
great.
percentage. Like,
That's
come on.
great.
That's sensational as a rookie.
I know about only 14 games, but 14 games and doing those
Yeah,
numbers, that's
exactly.
great.
Yeah, yeah. So uh
You gotta give money flowers,
the
man.
sky's the limit, boy. The sky's the limit for this team. This team could go really, really far. Really far. Um
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think they'll probably they'll capture the number one seed? Like their OKC predecessors in 2011, 2012. Actually, I don't think I think they were a two seed. But either way, yeah, they were the two seed in 2011, 2012 with KD, Westbrook, and James Harden.
In maintaining this form,
Yeah,
they could do it. They
yeah,
could do it.
I see it.
Um,
Right now, I would put him. I would keep him in a top four spot in the West right now.
they could do it. That's all I can say. They could do it.
You think you're
Because
gonna lock yourself into nothing?
bro, like I don't know if it's a case of too good to be
Too
true.
early.
The way they're playing though would tell you not,
Hmm.
but I don't know yet, man. 14 games and being the number two seed going 10 out of 4 so far is darn good. for a team like this.
Yeah.
But they gotta get past Nuggets. They gotta get past Timber.
Mhm.
They gotta get past Kings. They can probably get past Mavericks. You know,
Yeah, I feel like that would
I
be an
can give
interesting
them that.
series. I feel like if they were to play the Mavericks, that would be a very, very interesting series. And they'll be
Yeah.
looking miles ahead the line, but we know the Mavericks is not a really good defensive team at the moment. I don't think they would
Mhm.
be a very good defensive team, period. Um, but I think I would like to see that first round matchup with Mavs
Yeah.
and Thunder. I think that would be a good shot for the Thunder.
But quick question: at what point can we say there's no more time left that we have to wait to see if a team's going to do a particular thing? Is this halfway point, which is like
I feel like
probably in like late January ish
I
or
think yeah,
something like that?
maybe like by the end of the year or into the early January, we get a good idea of what the teams are going to be, the
Mhm.
identity of some teams. The teams that are
Right.
still figuring out their identity are usually the teams that are still struggling at that point, and maybe might flip a switch from January, like the middle of January onward. Um, I've seen it a couple of times, like that Celtics team with Ime Udoka. They were on the 500 for the first half of the season, then second half of the season
Yeah.
just flip the switch, went all the way to the finals. So there are going to be some teams that could be
And
like
he's
that.
doing a pretty good job too
Yeah, on the
with the team
Rocket
that
side.
he's managing.
hmm
Yeah.
So, um, so maybe by the halfway point of the season, yeah, it could say is a reasonable. You would know pretty much what a team is or could be because somewhere just before the halfway mark, teams that have found the identity that they want to pursue would usually kind of flip
Mhm.
a switch and start winning a bunch of games. Um, and
Right.
the teams that have been winning all the way through that time typically generally win and don't just fall off a cliff on left like an injury happens or something like that to keep playing.
Right. Right.
Mhm. So
Interesting stuff. We'll be definitely looking forward to it. But yeah, OKC got the potential.
yeah, chat for rookie of
I
the
could
year,
say that much.
chat
Say
for
again?
rookie of the year, chat for rookie of the year. Just point out what he had like a couple hundred times.
Yeah. I mean,
Ah,
I want to combat that so bad, right?
you ain't got
Like,
nothing to say though. Get got nothing to
yeah,
say.
yeah. I really don't. I really don't have anything to say because no, are you seeing how much you need that support to even get a award like that?
Mhm.
Yes, if when be if, but hey, it is what it is. Sorry.
Exactly. But we had this discussion early in the season, and I told you OKC is going to be a better team. When we did our awards predictions, OKC is going to be a better
I
team.
was stubborn, bro.
Yeah, but I can understand it. You know, you fall into the trap of
Yeah,
the eye candy that is Victor Wembanyama when it comes to the stats that he could possibly put up. But
yeah.
we seen that he's going to need some. He's going to have some
Yes.
growing pains. That's the best way to put it. And
Hopefully not literally.
well, yes, yeah, not in the sense of basketball development and stuff like that. Because right
Yeah,
now
yeah,
the
for
the
sure.
situation that he's in is not like Chet's. He is who's the
Yeah.
guy on the team. So
Mhm.
there's nobody there to say he can't go and score 6 points, only grab 4 rebounds, and call it a night. Like, the Spurs can get smart. I mean, they can get smart regardless at this point, but they get
Yeah.
smart. So
And Chet doesn't have to be that guy either.
yeah,
That's the
exactly.
thing.
Chet doesn't have to
That's
be
the
that guy
difference.
on the team. That's the
So
difference.
his
So
game
it's
is a
working
lot
out for him.
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
His
think
game
it's a
is a
lot of
lot easier
mentality
than
too.
LaMelo.
He just fits seamlessly in the team, especially on the
Yeah.
defensive end, like too. Like he's kind of really catapulting them defensively because last year OKC had a okay defense, but right now have any rim
Right.
protection. It's really raising it a level for that team. So
Correct.
he's like
Hey.
kind of. I mean, he's the number 2 on the team in my opinion, but
Mhm.
kind of like he's playing like a glorified role player. To be honest, because they don't nothing seems forced.
It fits, man. It fits.
Yeah.
When the game is easy, that's
hmm
the best.
Exactly. So shout out to the OKC Thunder. Some big things, some great things happening for these guys. So if you're
Yep.
tuning in, you gotta check out some Thunder games to really get a glimpse of what we're talking about here on the show and
For
see the
sure.
greatness that they're showing in these past couple of weeks. I don't know. We got any
Agreed,
good
man.
games?
Well, they playing on Wednesday. They can
Yeah.
mash the Bulls. And they playing on Saturday. I
Who
think
they
that's
playing
a
Saturday?
good one to watch.
Wait,
And beat
who?
against Therese Maxey,
Oh yes. Oh
76ers.
yes. We definitely got to tune into
That's a
that one.
nice game to watch.
Thunder versus
Yeah.
Sixers. Yeah.
And then they have Timberwolves after that. Then they have Lakers after that. Then they
Ooh,
have Mavs after
that's
that.
oh,
Yo,
this could be. This is a test. This is a test for
yes,
the OKC Thunder coming up this week for sure. Going into the weekend
for
for sure.
sure. For certain. I mean, they're well spaced out though, because it's Wednesday, then Saturday, then
Mhm.
Tuesday, then
Oh, they getting some
Thursday, then
big
Saturday.
rest.
So
Mhm.
yeah, they're getting a lot of rest. I mean, most of the games gonna be in the West anyway. So
Okay. Oh,
um
there you go.
after Bulls and 76ers, then they're heading back to the West. So
Right. So some
that's good.
intriguing games coming up for what we think is going to be a great team throughout the season. So gotta plug in, man. You gotta plug into
Oh,
them games.
and then they got Jazz and Kings after that, bro. Like there's a good, and then Nuggets, bro. This is a
Oh,
good run.
that was a
This
good
is a good
stretch.
run. And
Yeah,
then this is all the way up to the 16th of December.
Mhm.
They got some good games
Yeah.
to play some serious basketball.
Mhm.
And then, they got a nice break,
Yeah.
Grizzlies.
Yeah. You always gotta get a low period. So there's difficult times and there's
Yeah.
hard times. There's easy times in life and hard times in life. So I think they went through a little easy time for these past few weeks. So no, we get the true test to
Yeah.
see if
No, the grind start.
they belong. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So definitely something to look forward to for sure. OKC definitely on my radar for the next couple of weeks.
Sure.
But yeah, let me just do a quick check-in for the
Yeah.
in-season
In season
tournament.
tournament. Yeah.
Um
Right now, the standings a little bit.
Pacers.
Yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
shaky in terms of determining what's going to really happen. The Pacers at the top of Group A. They may lose a in-season tournament game yet. Pacers look good. This group kind of jumble. I mean, actually, let me try to put it up on the screen so everybody could see.
Philly took a tough loss against Pacers, and that was Pacers' hurdle to get over, and that they did.
Mhm.
So kudos to them for actually getting through that. So they really don't have, and Cleveland, like they really played out the harder teams in the league, but Atlanta Hawk always coming with something. Atlanta Hawk sneaky with
Yeah,
it, in my opinion. So
a little bit.
there's another good test for the Pacers, and I think that that's
Mhm.
a good game
Yeah,
to
I would
tune into for them.
I would look
And
for the
then
fun of
there's
it. I would just like the
Pacers.
Pacers to go through. They gotta play Atlanta as you see. So, that's our marquee matchup
Yeah.
prediction. I guess we could talk about it now and give the prediction for it since we on their group. Who you got winning that matchup, Hans?
I got Hawks to get them a lot of trouble though, to be
Mhm.
honest. Hawks loss against Philly is probably a tough loss. I think the Pacers Hawks matchup is one of the more even matchups within the group.
Mhm.
So I'm looking for a competitive matchup. Last time I say so about OKC and Spurs.
Yeah,
Understandably, that's a
Mhm.
different situation, but yeah, I think I can go with I want to go with Hawks for this one.
Yeah. I want
But
to go.
not counting out Pacers, I mean.
I thinking about it logically, but I also thinking about it with my heart. I want the Pacers to win so they could kind of lock up
Yeah.
this group A.
Me
But
too, low key, but
logically, I just think that the Hawks actually might have a better chance of guarding the Pacers to some extent, but they could also have a chance of being very bad at guarding the
that's
Pacers
the
as
thing.
well. I don't give the Pacers a shot to guard the Hawks whatsoever. That's the difference. That's the
Right.
difference. So when I thinking about it logically, I lean in Hawks, but I can just go with my heart on this one. I can pick the Pacers.
Yeah,
Hopefully, they can pull out a stunner.
for sure. This would be a good head to head. I don't want to even be mad if Pacers win. I just know that this is a decent matchup for this group, so
Yeah, for sure.
that'd be good. And then obviously Detroit on, I guess what you would call that,
Yeah.
on track to lose everything.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
fine. So
So
yeah,
that's
not
like a
not
guarantee.
any
Reason
body
this game might decide the group. really and truly, because we'd expect the
for
Pacers to
sure.
beat Detroit Pistons in this game four. This is
Yes.
their fourth game of the in season tournament.
Not really, because I don't know if hmm. Yeah, because then you have at least four teams going 2-1 up until the last one. Because if 76ers lose against Cavaliers, then that's tough on them.
Yeah, correct.
And then
That's a wrap.
Cavaliers will be 2-1 at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And if Atlanta get a win, they will be 2-1 as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
If they lose, then
this
it'd be
this
one or
game is
two. So
important for the
yeah, yeah.
Pacers.
And then this game
Yeah,
important
this
for
game is definitely
the whole thing. It's
yeah,
I mean, all the games
exactly.
are important for them, but I mean, this one specifically, I just want the
Yeah,
Pacers to get this win, and I think they'll be fine whatever the result is.
that's fair.
East
Moving
Group
on to
B.
the next group. So far, Bucks hasn't disappointed me, and so far, I
Mm-hmm.
guess he hasn't disappointed some people.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks got a good test, I guess, in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Last time they sent them out at the postseason tournament, so they probably got a bone to pick with the Heat
Yeah,
for this
probably.
game.
So this game should be hot.
And yeah,
That's
I
gonna be a pretty game.
I don't know what can happen in this game, but hey,
I don't know
we'll
either,
see.
but right now the Bucks kind of leading this point differential pretty handily. I see they beat the
Yup.
Wizards for sure, so they're going 3-0. And
Yup.
the Heat one might be a toss up. Maybe that it might come down to that game. This game, if it comes down to this game against Miami at the end, that is going to be absolute action. Because there's a
Well,
team last year that sent them over
if
the
the Heat,
playoffs from the jump from the first
yeah,
round.
well, the Heat got beat Knicks first
Well, true. That's a good
because
point.
if they don't, then Bucks don't got to worry too much,
Mhm.
given that they have a pretty high differential already.
Yeah.
So,
But
I mean,
all the
both
games
of them will
matter.
still be 3-1, but
Yeah.
yes, in the grand scheme of things, all do matter. But yeah, looking good for Bucks.
Yeah, but looking good for Bucks.
Um,
I ain't got a doubt about the Celtics winning this matchup. I think Orlando might get them a challenge to this game 3.
mhm.
So watch out for that.
Orlando might come
Hopefully,
out swimming.
yeah. Hopefully
Swinging.
they could.
Talk about swimming.
Yeah, I got you. Orlando can mess up this match on Tuesday against Toronto. If they lose that, then that's a wrap for them. Really and truly.
You
But
didn't
that's
mean
my
to be
dark. That's
punning,
my
right?
nah. But that's my what's it, wild card team? Orlando is my wild card team coming
Yeah,
into
yeah, that was your wild card
the
team.
East.
Nets was my wild card team.
They're still in the
they only
position to
got
be.
Toronto to play.
So yeah, so
Yeah,
they
that's
could beat
true.
Toronto and beat the wild card easily. So your pick looking,
I don't know, bro,
looking more
because
legit.
look at these differentials between Nets and Magic. The differential between Nets and Magic right now is a whole 24.
Yeah, 22
No,
points.
yeah, 22 points. So
Mhm.
they gotta get a pretty decent differential to catch Nets, even
Yeah.
if they both had to finish 3-1
Yeah, and I don't see them beating the Raptors that bad.
or 2-2 even. Correct.
Yeah,
And
I
they
think
ain't beating Boston like that.
yeah.
If they do beat them,
I mean,
like
yeah,
the
that's
points
true.
differential ain't gonna be crazy.
The whole point of
But
this thing is
then
anything can happen,
they'll be
but
3-1 up.
yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
unlikely that the Magic really like come out and wax both the Raptors and the Celtics in these games. So
Mhm.
my wild card pick looking at a
Portland
loss right
already
now.
had their 2 big wins.
So
Yeah. Like they beat Portland beat
the same Magic and the
the
Bulls.
Magic and Boston. No,
And
sorry.
Bulls.
Yeah. So Toronto is doable. I know that for sure. Given that Nets really coming into form.
Mhm.
So yeah, you see how that goes. But
Yeah,
yeah, Celtics take to get
Boston.
out.
Yeah, Boston's looking lately. Westbrook here, Lakers already 3-0. They got to play the Jazz last.
Lakers,
I think they
Lakers
pretty much
getting
got
out.
this wrapped up. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Phoenix Suns seem
I-
motivated to try to get into this. I watched the game that they played against the Jazz. And I saw
Mhm.
their coach was talking about, oh, we set a goal to do something in the in-season tournament, yada yada. So they actually might have some motivation. I don't know if they end up being the wild card and win these next. Well, they're playing Portland
Well,
and Memphis,
look at
so
who they had to play.
hey,
I'm saying, look at who they got to play. It's like, come on, if you lose against these two teams,
mhm,
then you really didn't want to win. You really
exactly.
didn't want to
Memphis
be a
already
wild card
out.
in this group. Exactly. So, hey,
So I think Lakers got this in the bag.
yeah,
Really and
for
truly,
sure.
they
That
probably
points differential is
yeah,
crazy.
it's
That's
crazy to
that's the highest
42.
differential.
I was hoping that the Jazz would have win the one against the Suns to make it a little bit more interesting, but they choked it at the end, sadly. But it was a good game though. A very good
But how
game.
would they make it interesting? Because Lakers already got that differential.
Yeah, but maybe the game that they play
I
against
guess
the
it would
Lakers, they
be
might
a
actually beat
decider
them.
game.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We
A
make it more
decider
interesting.
game
So
again.
yeah,
That's fair. Nah, I want the Suns to
because look, if they won the
get out
Phoenix
again.
one, they would have potential to go 4-0, beating out the Lakers if they won the matchup in the game four, the
Correct.
final game.
Yeah.
But no, they lost to the
That would be
Suns.
a high state game. That'll be a lot
Yeah,
to play for sure. A
exactly,
lot of people would tune
exactly.
into that. Tickets will be out the roof
hmm
for that
But
game.
at the end of the day, Lakers are they're going in the bag right now. That's the only team that I can see so pretty confidently, and maybe the Celtics to some extent because we see the dominance that they have on the court. West Group B is a little bit of a mess. And it's gonna go anyway. Right now, Pelicans at the top of it. 23 point
Only by the point differential.
yeah, and it's not a
And
small
then we
one.
got to play
That's the
Clipper. I
whole
mean, Pelicans got to play
14
Clippers.
points.
Oh, Nuggets can easily get 3-1. But yeah, this
Yeah,
might be
they
played
will
on
have to beat
point
the
differential.
Rockets super bad because see, all right, they might have to beat the
Yeah.
Rockets super bad. If the Pelicans gonna win against the Clippers, they gotta beat the Rockets by at least 18 points or something, so or 20 points to really like get on top because right now the point differential in the Pelicans favor. So that's a tough one. This could probably this is the closest group that I've
I
seen
think Clippers
so
got
far.
Pelicans number though. I
They might.
I actually think Clippers got Pelicans number. Um so I think Pelicans will end that 2-2 as I expected
Mm,
from beginning.
interesting.
But Nuggets just gotta tidy up the league this group and beat Houston.
But hey, Houston beat them already for the year though.
Hey,
Rockets beat the Nuggets already
that's
for
all
the
right.
year.
That's one of those losses that you say, okay, that's
hmm
fine. Move
I mean, it was
on.
a good win for the
We can come back.
Rockets. It was a competitive game as well. So I mean, the
Yeah.
Rockets dropped the ball this week, lose a lot of games this week, so they might be coming back down to earth a little bit. So the Nuggets might catch them slacking at that time on top of the group. My pick was the Nuggets going into this group, so I still think given their schedule, they would still be on top, but they got demolish the Rockets in order to secure that. To be honest,
Never short of surprises in sports.
Mhm.
So looking forward to how this one ends up, to be honest.
West Group
Rocket
C,
that has 2 more games left, but yeah, let's moving
yeah,
on.
West Group C. This is an interesting one. We got this game on our predictions for Friday night. The Wolves, the Kings at the Wolves, two the two leaders in West Group C. Well, the
West
Kings, as you know,
side.
the Wolves on a 6 point differential, which is not a lot. So
Yeah.
this is a really, really big game on Friday that is going to determine who's going to make it to the in-season tournament. The loser of this, of course, diminishes their
Timberwolves in
chances.
trouble in a way
Both of the
because
teams in trouble.
well, not
Well, I
really.
mean, yes, because the Kings got to play the Warriors, but I mean,
Yeah.
Steph Curry, like
And
he
Golden
got a
State
personal vendetta against the Kings, so you got to take that into consideration in this
King
specific
is
matchup.
Golden State kryptonite, buddy.
You can't say somebody how they might beat them in the first round last season. If it was really kryptonite, they would have let Steph Curry drop
Last
50 on their head.
season, old news, still.
Come on, man. Come on, the Kings were.
Kings, buddy.
You can't say
You
that.
you remember that that thing that I had last season for the Kings, that backdrop? I can't even find it
Oh,
now. I will put up that backdrop right now. Kings is Warriors script tonight. I don't think Warriors gonna beat Kings. I think Kings game will either go 3-1 or 4-0.
Hmm.
At the rate that them playing that too. Because
Yeah.
right now they're on a tier with Deer and Fox in that team. So
Mhm.
hey,
I
if you
mean,
want to go against the grain, go against the grain.
well, right, I can against Grand Bay Timberwolves already. I can stick with them too. But this game
You
sure
really
can
had no
decide.
choice. Um, I for the matchup, my prediction for the matchup.
Hmm.
Um,
Was the Timberwolves as well? I think. Yeah.
did I?
Yeah,
Did I
you did.
mention Timberwolves?
Yeah, you have picked them.
When?
You have picked them on the same time. We do. Yo, chat the AG
Just
boy.
now?
We picked no. I talking about in terms of when we
Oh,
did
oh,
our predictions for who was coming out of the groups. No,
right.
no,
Yes,
you
I
can say
did
all
pick
that.
Timberwolves to
Yeah.
come. No.
Oh,
I meant for this matchup, for this
oh,
particular matchup that we have now.
You mean
Yeah,
for the
I did
prediction for
choose.
the market matchup?
Yeah,
I going Timberwolves though for
yeah,
sure.
for sure. Um, because I need to supplement my overall prediction, I need to go Timberwolves. Because if Timberwolves lose this, they got a tough game on their hands with OKC. Or OKC
Yeah.
not coming to play, even though they already lost to. Um, you know what? Nah, Timberwolves can beat OKC. Yeah, I go in Timberwolves.
Timberwolves for
I
this
don't need
matchup
to supplement,
on the
but
Kings.
yes. I go in Timberwolves,
All
and
right.
I think this group, will be decided on point differential.
Yeah, well, it's tough to say because what
I think both teams could go. Well, no, never mind.
well both teams can go.
no, no, never mind.
Nah, it's win or lose, boy.
I
It's
was
win
going
or
to
lose
say
from
some
here.
utter garbage.
Mhm. But I mean, it could be decided on a point differential because like if either the Timberwolves or the Sacramento Kings lose one of these games,
The final game.
one of these two final games, all they got to lose one, and then lose
Mhm.
one or win one. Point differential can come into play for both of these teams.
Right.
So you could be
But
right.
whoever win this matchup has a
Yeah,
better
got the
chance of
advantage.
not
Yeah, yeah,
having to do that point differential nonsense.
correct.
Anyways. Yo, the NBA is exciting,
It's
peoples.
true.
This is a good time to watch basketball. If you're not into basketball, this is actually a good time to watch it.
Mhm.
If you can't watch full games, watch highlights at least. You definitely find interest there.
For sure.
Might not tell the full picture, as most fans know, but
Yeah.
in any case, you'll get an idea of what we're trying to talk about here. So yeah, that's basically it. Have we completed
No,
all the
no.
matchups?
The last matchup for the market matchups for the week is Bucks at Celtics on Wednesday. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Bucks
I
at
mean,
Celtics.
yeah, I think the easiest pick is to go
Celtics
with
is
the
usually
Celtics.
perform better. Yeah, but Celtics is perform better away though.
I don't know if I could see it that right now, but the Celtics just look nice. I don't see how I could pick against the Celtics, to be honest.
Yeah, that's my first thing too.
Celtics is an easy point for the predictions. Like if the Celtics money board, I just
You
pick
will say that
Celtics.
no,
I
and
go
Giannis
pick
can keep
Celtics,
this
and
streak,
Giannis can drop
and
40
Giannis
points.
can be like, all right, okay,
Yeah, Giannis dropped 40 points, James
watch
dropped
me.
30. Got these Celtics scrambling, man. But I just think they might be needing that win to really catapult themselves in terms of, gain some confidence in the team and stuff like that. So they might be going into
Yeah,
say, yo, let me rip the heart of these Celtics because they're playing so good. And it could be a big, boost for us as a team to say, all right, we know this is
right.
pretty much the best team in the league right now.
Mhm. I I feel like if I go Bucks, I can be like stupid,
Yeah.
stupid prediction,
The
and
heart
then
versus the mind hands. The heart versus the
yeah,
mind
bro,
right now.
that's what it is right now. what you want versus what is more probable.
Mhm.
It's more probable to go Celtics,
Yeah, I going
but
Celtics. I going probable.
I want a
Man,
good.
I've been doing on this one.
Jeez, boy. Let me kind of waver this prediction a bit. Let me put this as
Oh,
a like a yeah a side prediction. Let me not put this to the points.
what do you mean,
Let me have
boy?
this.
Grow up, big man. Grow up. Pick something.
Hey,
Pick something. You gotta pick one.
Cody. I going with the Celtics, man. I can go with the mathematical solution. I can go with the mathematical
Ain't
solution.
nothing wrong with being safe.
That
There's nothing wrong with being
that's true,
safe.
but sometimes seatbelts will kill you. So
True.
I,
I like that one.
it is what it is. It is what it is. Can't predict the future, but hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just we got like a minute or so left.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch any F1 this weekend? I think
I
this
just saw
was the
some
race of the
highlights.
season this weekend
Wait.
because Ferrari was in it. Perez was back up at the top, even though he get his heartburn again, which I thought was funny. I thought that was pretty hilarious.
Man, it's a joke.
Who else was in it? A lot of battles was happening in the mid part, which was fun. Esteban Ocon overtaking some people. George Russell coming in, even though he had a 5-second penalty, finishing the race in fourth, but
Yeah.
having to drop.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
so
Jared had a
close.
good
He
race.
actually dropped like three to four positions or so. He actually
Mhm.
dropped, so it was crazy. So Alpine being up in the mix,
I was like,
high up in the points.
what going on?
Yeah, so that was good to see. Then Oscar Piastri as well, a great combat drive from McLaren, losing Lando Norris early up in the race, pretty well fast crash too in a high speed corner, just lost it, couldn't correct it. So yeah, I think overall it was a good race. Checo started way back and he had a lot of luck on his side, to be honest. Charles was unlucky because he passed Max, which was exciting to see because who
When's the
has
last thing that
passed Max?
happened?
Max has been
Exactly.
passing people left, right, and center. Who has passed Max on merit? So Charles did that. And it seemed like the Ferrari was better on the medium tire. And
Mhm.
as they got on the hard tire, the Red Bull looked like the more dominant car. So it made sense for Max to pass Sergio Perez and to pass Charles Leclerc coming through. But it was good to see Ferrari up there fighting.
Some competition. It's good to see competition full
Sainz
stop.
also fighting. Say again?
Say good to see competition full stop.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, the joke at the evening was Perez losing out again. He was supposed to finish 1-2, supposed to. And Charles just a demon on the brakes, like a legit demon on the brakes. Just outbrake Perez in the last braking zone, really, and got that second position. This is the second time that this happened. I was
Mhm.
watching, I was like, Checo is gonna overtake Charles at the wrong time again, and Charles is gonna come back in the last lap
That's
or
right.
something
Yeah.
when he has no answer for Charles and pass him. So say so done. So he lose out 2 weekends in a row, unfortunately.
He
But
leaves out his
let's
seat too.
last. Hey, that's up for debate. I don't think he's gonna lose out on his seat. I feel
He
like
should.
he's gonna get
That's some last
another
day.
2024. I think he's gonna get another chance. Who would you give his seat to?
Well, everybody talking about Daniel Ricciardo. I don't know if he'd get it. I don't know if I would like to see he did either, to be honest. Get to
You got a bone to pick with Daniel Ricciardo.
Get to
Give it to who?
Zane.
Zin. Yes. I
Yeah.
was telling everybody give it to Zin. Bacon boy in a Red Bull.
It's true.
Show you all what's going on. Exactly. That's exactly what he can got on that Red Bull. What's going on?
It's true.
boy from Barbados. But yeah, it was good to see some competition. So that was the penultimate race of the season. This weekend is going to be final race in Abu Dhabi
Yeah.
under the lights, where it was drama last 2 seasons.
Best
Ain't
gotta
gonna
be
be no
best
drama this
best
season.
F1 season ever, boy. Got to be. Got to be the SF1 season ever.
Well,
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. It probably might have that title, and also the most controversial one
Yes,
too.
most controversial. Most T-Fame. Not controversial.
Most
T-Fame. T-Fame.
flat out, T-Fame flat out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, looking forward to this next race. So we'll see what happens then. Lewis Hamilton is too far away from second position, but he said he doesn't really care about second or third. He want first.
Exactly.
Which I agree with. Hopefully Mercedes could be more competitive next year. But yeah, that's basically the rundown for F1.
I got a quick shout out. Shout out to Australia for winning the ACC Cricket World Cup on Sunday.
Shots.
Beat the horse India. So I know I watched a little piece. That crowd was silent, boy. Silent.
What? I got a bone to pick with some core workers. I got some Indian core workers. You know, I can go and start. I can go and start some.
They probably call in sick
today.
today.
Bro, I can start a scene tomorrow at work, bro. I mean, like, what happened?
Opening batsman for Australia just had an innings way. Scoring a century. I can't remember what my first name is, but Heed. Yeah, boy. It was just sad. Undefeated team throughout the whole tournament, then get to the final stage and then can't pull it out. That some people say it was destiny. Bro. Yeah, it's happened like that.
Probably because
destined to happen because of it.
That's a hard wrencher.
So, yeah,
and you know how many locals would have purchased tickets.
Yeah, exactly. So you
in
know
hopes to see India win,
and
then you spend all that money and your team lose. You don't enjoy it at all. It happens like that. I think teams that have adversity and pull through adversity during tournaments generally have a better chance.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It was too easy.
Because if you win in all the way through, like some subconscious mind plays into it where you think that, okay, yeah, this is going to be business as usual, and then a fighting team just comes out, play their heart out,
exactly,
and dethrone you. Right at the end.
The experience of the adversity as well to see, or I know how it feels to, push through it and be triumphant over the adversity. So I see what you're saying there, for sure.
Yeah, man, it happens.
Shout out to Australia, and another shout out.
Shout out, mate.
I don't know if you got any esports fans on the stream. League of Legends World Tournament concluded yesterday as well too.
Mate.
Shout out to SKT1. Well, T1. Sorry, let me take out the SK. That's controversial. T1 for winning World Championships in League of Legends over the past weekend. I didn't really get to watch much of it, but just pointing out that shout out for people that are into the esports stuff and League of Legends specifically. So that's it from me on the shout outs.
That's it for me as well.
Well, we can't forget a shout out to people on the stream right now. That's the most important people to shout out, of course.
Big up yourself. Let me play a little tune here for y'all. Let me. I hope I can find it. Ravon might be able to help me with this one.
Well, we don't forget about it. Hey.
All self for joining.
For real. Don't forget to put a like on the stream. It's help a ton. I know you hear the typical YouTube guy saying, yeah, it's help a ton, yada, yada, yada.
It does.
It does. It really does. So drop a like if you haven't already done so.
Yeah.
It will help you guys out a lot.
Good, man. Met the man say.
It's true.
Yeah.
Help grow the stream a little bit. So just drop a little like on the stream so we can get out to some more people and we can continue to grow the channel, get a bigger community. yeah, to more success.
For sure. I have no additions to that, my brother. It was a nice day. It was a nice night.
Mm-hmm.
Really enjoyed the conversation. Looking forward to next week.
Yes, sir.
Next week is a big week. A lot of
Looking forward
teams
to
got some
tonight.
big games. Abu Dhabi final, Grand Prix race. We're definitely going to add some space to talk about that race.
Yeah.
And what we expect in the future. So,
Mm-hmm.
yep, a lot to look forward to for next week. So tune in, people. It's been Hasher Bros. We see you next time. Peace.